Hey Seeker, my Scorpio Seeker. Welcome to your monthly Taroscope for the month of September. For my Scorpio Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Midheaven, hell, Mercury and Mars, whatever you resonate with. Morgaine, the Existential Shift. Thank you for being here. Okay. My deep, serious Scorpios. Truth is what you make of it. I don't know why it came up to my head. Truth is what you make of it. Well, Scorpio is about going really deep into the depths of our emotions, existence, ourselves, and of our environments to experience, to feel, to evolve through it. Evolve through the pain, evolve through the change, evolve through the feels. Good or bad. Doesn't matter. It's truthful, it's deep, it resonates, it expands, I'm there. Scorpio. And if I'm there as I should be. Focused, all in. When a Scorpio wants something, and interestingly enough, even though this is a zodiac of allegedly black and white, life and death, extremity, truth is what you make of it. You also have the ability of shape-shifting, of understanding the truth is very elusive and changes by the circumstances, the events, the situation. What was yesterday isn't today. It's hard for people around you to understand that. They think maybe you're lying to them, maybe you're manipulating them, and maybe you are, but maybe you're doing so not intentionally. Maybe you genuinely believe in what you do. I know you do. Maybe you convince yourself what you're doing is truthful because that's the thing that is needed right now. You don't lie to yourself, Scorpio. This is something I can really appreciate about Scorpios. You don't lie to yourself. You're not afraid of experiencing any sort of ill feeling. You're not afraid of feeling joy. You're just not afraid. And yes, there is the extreme expression of your scale of being fearless, which is outmost fear, where you're afraid of everything and anything. But that's because you're in a place of unbalance. When you are a balanced Scorpio, when you are in tune with your essence, you are fearless. So to those of you who are watching me right now and be like, but I'm so scared sometimes, many times, then know that the biggest challenges in our lives are also our biggest talents that we haven't yet broken the wall between us and them. Okay? If the fear is X, then the fear is actually the wall separating between you and X. If the fear is water, then your greatest gift and talent is water. It's just the fear that you need to break through. And we don't know why the fear is there. It's subjective, each to its own, right? Every story is different. Each and every single one of you beautiful seekers, Scorpio, is a different story. Beautiful one. But know that if you have a fear for whatever reason, you can also overcome it and become great at what you are afraid of. Okay, interesting opening. No, I didn't plan it. I never plan what I'm going to say. Not that I recall ever planning what I'm about to say. Sometimes I plan on saying something and then the complete opposite comes out. Like, I plan on doing Sagittarius now, and there I am being like, hi, Scorpio. I guess it's Scorpio's time. Okay, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising for September. Clear, benevolent, accurate, focused, deep guidance. for my Scorpio seeker. Oh. Three of Cups, Seven of Pentacles. Both benevolent energies, both very different energies. Three of Cups is a flow, joy, release, expand. Seven of Pentacles is focus, drill. It's putting the seeds in the ground, investing in something, tending to something. Maybe you are tending to something and you feel joyous about it. Maybe you're working on balancing between the energies of focus, but also expansion, meaning feeling joyous and happy and optimistic and open-hearted while you're doing so, and not just looking to where it is that you're diving in or digging through or flying towards or whatever, but also looking around and enjoying, smelling the roses while you do that. Seven of Pentacles and Three of Cups is a kind of stop and smell the roses while you're focusing on some kind of work that you're doing. Swimming, but not diving way into the deep bottom of the ocean, as opposed to just like swimming near the shore, being a little bit in the water and a little bit above water. Easy breezy. You can learn about the water from the surface as well. The surface is a part of the ocean. The beach, the shore, is what surrounds it. Well, you can claim that the ocean surrounds the shore if it's an island. Sure, everything is one form of an island. But hey, it's a matter of perspective. Truth is what you make of it, right? Let's keep going. Let's clarify and keep going. I have the Seven of Pentacles and Three of Cups. Great. Let's see further into it, please. For September, for Scorpio. Thank you. Five of Swords. Very interesting conflicted energies. Seven of Pentacles, Three of Cups, Five of Swords are all very different creatures. Five of Swords is either a win that you're not very proud of, something you had to do but you're not happy about it. Five of Swords can be a dilemma between not very much amazing options, somewhere in the middle, sitting on the fence. Five of Swords is disagreements and conflict that you have to cut through in order to break through it. And maybe you've tried different methods. Maybe you've tried the method of the Seven of Pentacles, being accurate and accurate, and what's the word? Accurate, reasonable, common sense, talking straightforward, being like, hey, but this is the situation. Why don't we this and this? Why don't we put our energy into this, because this is what needs to be built, etc. And maybe that didn't work, so you went to the Three of Cups and tried to be more happy and lighthearted about it, and address the situation, or come to the person with a more cheerful and like, okay, let's try to be happy and optimistic and loving. Okay, great. And then maybe that didn't work, and maybe now you're like, okay, Five of Swords then. Being practical and grounded didn't work. Being happy and laid back didn't work. Now I need to be sharp, but I don't really want to do it. Shit, do I have to do it? Why are you pushing me to do it? Are you feeling pushed into doing something not pleasant, Scorpio, that you've tried different ways, different benevolent, positive ways to go about, and it's just not working? Who is challenging you like that, Scorpio? What is challenging you like that? Okay. Seven of Swords, Page of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles. This is a learning process. Seven of Swords and Page of Pentacles. It's either a student or something of... It could also be a younger individual in your family that you're trying to educate or teach or help, and you're trying to be creative because different ways just wasn't working. I tried it this way, I tried it that way. Now you're trying to be a little bit manipulative with the Seven of Swords and kind of plan, which is a continuance for the Five of Swords. It's like, okay, I did this, didn't work, did this, didn't work. Now I have to be smart and clever. And you got this. This shows me that you will find the solution. That the solution is by giving them what they want, or making them think they're getting what they want. Allowing them to have their head in the books or in the works or whatever it is that needs to be done, by giving them a sense of empowerment. Okay, what is your way? Do it your way. What are you suggesting? What do you think will work? Reverse psychology kind of thing. I do believe it's a young family member because of the Ten of Pentacles, which is very family and generation oriented. It could be a sibling, it could be a child, it could be a cousin, it could be someone that feels like family. Or it could be someone looking for a family or in need of a family. Interesting start of a reading, Scorpio. And a very specific narrative. If you guys don't resonate with it, don't worry, I keep going. Okay. Ten of Swords and the Hermit. And the swords keep growing and growing. And I have two sevens on the table, by the way. And two tens. Ten of Pentacles and now Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords with the Hermit. This might be someone, and this is a very specific narrative, who lacks a father figure in their life, who are lacking guidance, so you might be serving as somewhat of a guidance for them. Or maybe you are that person and someone is doing that for you, Scorpio. Maybe you're an older family member or a relative that feels somewhat of a connection, an old, long time ago type of connection to their pain. And you want to give them guidance or advice, sage. This also shows a family quarrel and a sense of betrayal between someone, an older individual and a younger individual, that can and probably should be resolved. It's time, because I have two tens on the table, the essence of time, who is the Hermit. This conflict, whatever it is, I mean, it's backed with Three of Cups and Seven of Pentacles. So those are good benevolent cards. It means that all in all, energy is not the worst. It could be something silly, but it's time to put an end to it, or kind of do things right, right? Make things right. And maybe it's not a family member. Maybe you're a teacher and you have a student, a coach, a mentor, a social worker. Maybe you adopted a child and they're having a hard time of, wow, this is such a very specific narrative. Sorry to you guys who don't resonate with it at all. For that, first of all, we're not done. We're only 14 minutes into the reading, and you know me, I do at least 30 minutes readings normally. And also we have the extended, Okay, link in the extended is below. We're going to see what's going to happen there, because not only that I give a different narratives to the from using the same cards only in different arrangements, I also then clear the table and give a complete new shuffle for a Celtic cross reading, which is also a completely different type of reading. So, you know, stick with me, Scorpio. Okay, let's keep going. This can also be a very old or classic sort of establishment of education that may have reached its peak or its service, and now it's either time to completely change the ways of it or be done with it. Maybe you're working in such an establishment and you've tried different ways to kind of make the students more engaged or bring different feels to management, to the education's attitude, but you feel like no matter what you do, it's just not working, and you're thinking maybe time to do something different. Again, the element of the student and the teacher. Wow, okay, because I have the hangman. Okay, the hangman, the tower, 8 of cups, and knight of cups. So this is pretty clear to me. And this is, yeah, someone is leaving some form of teaching. It could be a school, it can be a group, it could be mentor student. So either the establishment itself has been collapsing, and kind of people are like just trying to find themselves, kind of try to escape the ruins, and going about their own new journey with different energy and different vibe that is more suitable to how they feel they need to be like. Or just two individuals from the same type of organization, separating ways. So interesting. Please share with me in the comments how it resonates with you guys. Someone has been very, very, very patient. Maybe overly patient, and then the universe is like, you know what, it's not your place anymore, or whatever, and the universe kind of brought the tower moment that forces you to leave because, okay, nothing is left. But you're going on a new road, or someone is going on a new road, and the Knight of Cups, moving on. I want you to see it. Like, I'm going to let you see it. Okay. So you can see the clear narrative here, right? So 8 of Cups, okay, if this was the Rider-Waite deck, then you would see the individual walking away. But so there's the Hermit and the Hangman, very much the teacher-student, guidance, learning, sacrifice, patience, time kind of elements to it. And then an explosion, a collapse of all that. This is the opposite of this energy. And from that, there's walking away and just moving on with the really actually like almost like rising again. It's like, okay, the island has, the ship is drowned. You're in the waters, and now you're rising up from the waters. Like you take from all these 8 of Cups, you take 1 cup with you. Okay, this is what I believe in. This is who I am. This is what I am. I'm moving on. Take what you can, only what you need kind of type of energy. Only what you need from it. Take only what you need from it. But where are you going, Scorpio? This is the breaking of the dogma, like the collapse of the structure. Maybe you're going through something and you're wondering, what would this person would have to say. Maybe you lost someone that is very influential, that was very influential in your life. Knight of Swords that fell right on the Tower. This is a battle. This is a very stifling energy. Harsh words, assertive, almost aggressive communication energy. Someone is really charging. This is the second Knight, by the way. Someone wants to speak with clarity and harmonious kind of type of energy, and someone just wants to fight. It's like you feel no matter what you say, no matter what you try, they just want to fight. But also, if we go to the narrative of the collapse of the dogma, this could be the dragon. You see here in the tower in this deck, the dragon deck, tarot deck, which I'm absolutely in love with. It's a new one that I just got. So from the ruins of the tower, you see this dragon emerging out like a phoenix rising from the ashes. Maybe this dragon is actually the cause of this destruction. Could be. But now it's rising up and moving on. Looks like the same dragon, only it's not on flames anymore. So maybe there's two individuals kind of leaving a place or leaving a group, cooperating. But also this can be the wrecker, the person that has been stifling and causing mayhem and drama, that is just flying away as well. Let's put it like this. It's like, I don't know where to put it. It's like it doesn't know its place. Where do you put it? Someone that you've given countless and countless opportunities, but they just wouldn't listen. And then at one point someone turned their back at someone and they just exploded and like, I'm done, I'm out. Okay. Sometimes a tower moment is needed. Maybe none of this has happened yet, but it's escalating towards it. Bottom of the deck, 10 of Wands, third 10, Knight of Wands. So there's growth here. Because there's someone that can carry the wand with you, that they can carry the burden with you. Okay, 10 of Wands, it's a lot of burdens. It's a lot of things that you carry on your own. And see, there's an individual, it could be potentially a fire sign. King of Wands could be Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. It's a lot of fire energy, a lot of battle mode here, a lot of conflicts and mayhem and miscommunication. It's all types of communication. But there's someone that can potentially help you carry the load. I feel like maybe it's worth checking. The and Justice. Yeah, you need someone needs to give less opportunities to assholes. I'll just say it as it is, and start being more cutting and sharp and clear their area and energy from anything that is too stifle, too provoking, I'm sorry, too aggressive, too much of everything, basically. Okay. Any other messages for my lovely Scorpio before I move on to messages from the Divine Circus Oracle and before we see the extended? What other messages do we have for Scorpio for the month of September before we move on? Messages for Scorpio. Okay, this is the third 7 on the table, by the way. We have 3 10s and 3 7s, 7 Pentacles, 7 of Swords, 7 of Cups. The Sun, which is great. Queen of Swords, the Empress, 10 of Cups. Oh, we have 4 10s on the table. Yeah, the extended is going to have a party, because in the extended, what I do, I take the numerological aspect of it. So I'll take all the 7, I'll take all the 10s, also the Knights. I also take the energetic aspect of it, so I'll take all the majors arcana. But let's first address what I'm seeing right here. So I also have on the table the 8 of Cups, remember? I have 7 and 8 and 9 and 10 of Cups. 7 of Cups, the Sun, Queen of Swords, Empress, 10 of Cups. Something that may have started as either an illusion or a fantasy, something that you've been daydreaming about a lot, fantasizing about a lot, that has been occupying your everything. The communication is being more clear between the two of you, and more existing and benevolent. So something here is growing, and this could be potentially a really strong love affair or emotional connection. This could be something that starts in a mutual set of values, or you're working on the same thing, or you're doing the same thing, or you're on the same level of thinking, and that brings the communication closer and closer from the fantasy realm to reality. And the 10 of Cups here with the Empress and the Sun, this could be a happy family, you know, the long term. This could be, if you're considering of having a baby, go for it. I have 3 7s. It's a very spiritual connection, but I will delve into it in the extended. I'm sorry, I keep mixing things together. It's hard for me to see something and not say it, but I want to be focused and do what we need to do here and do what we need to do in the extended there. Also, something that came from the fantasy world, from the idea world into reality. It's almost like you manifested something, and you're like, maybe, you know what, it is also like that you've always imagined something, someone to be a certain way, but you never thought it was possible to actually have it like a real thing in the world, and then suddenly you encounter it and you're like, are you real? You're everything I ever imagined you. It's almost like if you weren't real, I would invent you. I would have written you. It's like you came out of the book that I wrote. It's like you're my dream character. That's pretty cool. And once again, I have the Hermit and the Empress in the same reading. What's going on? We had it at Virgo. We had it in Pisces. Empress and Hermit. That's very Taurus, Virgo. Pisces, Virgo also. I have here Aquarius. I have very strong Virgo here because I have here the Page of Pentacles. You know, this is the student that one day becomes the teacher. Okay, we're gonna finish up with messages from the Divine Circus Oracle, but let's take a look at your extended and see what's going on here. So let's first take all the major arcana and put them aside, because we will be addressing them. Dun, dun, dun. Justice. Ooh, a lot of drama in the house. Okay. Definitely all the 10s. 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, 10 of Swords, and 10 of Wands. Listen, guys, 78 cards in a classic deck, which is what I normally work with, and none of them repeat themselves. The readings for the month of September have been extremely synchronized, like the repetition, the synchronicity between the numbers, master numbers, etc. has been mind-blowing. 3 7s. Actually, 4 7s now that I think of it, because the tower is 16. It's also a 7. We will address it as 4 7s. 4 7s, 4 10s. Something highly spiritual and highly analytical at the same time. Interesting. Now, court cards. I have Page of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, Knight of Swords, King of Wands, and Queen of Swords. A page, 2 knights, a king, and a queen. Okay. And the 10 goes here. The 3 and the 8 we can bring back. Okay. So, 10 of Swords, 10 of Wands. Oh, the 7 goes here, sorry. All the 10s. And all the 7s. 7 of Cups. This was 5, sorry. 7 of Pentacles. And here we have all the majors. Okay, so we will do this reading. I tend to go according to chronological order when I rearrange the deck. So I have 3, 9, 12, I'm sorry, 8. Okay, the reason I got confused is because the Justice, most of the decks it's number 11, but there are a few decks where it receives a number 8, which gets a bit more karmic connection to it. And it comes right between the Empress and the Hermit, so something very karmic and strong is going on here between these two. Okay, then I have the Hangman, the Tower, and the Sun. Okay. This is the first part of our extended. After I finish up with this part, I'm going to clean the table and have a new shuffle and do a Celtic cross, which is a completely different reading. For those of you who didn't resonate, that's your opportunity, because it can bring something really completely different. I wouldn't know, I won't know until I open the cards. And then we'll finish up with messages from the runes, which is one of my favorite parts. Okay, so this is the Divine Circus Oracle, and I'm asking for a clear message and guidance for my amazing Scorpios for the month of September. Guys, if you want, I do a private reading, so you can look in the information box, the magic box where you have everything that you can have when it comes to what you need from me. You have my email for to email me to ask for a private reading. You have a link to your extended, everything I just spoke about in the link below. And you have a link to Tarot Masterclass if you want to study Tarot from me. So you can definitely check that out. Okay. Divine Circus Oracle for Scorpio for September. Divine Circus Oracle for Scorpio for September. By the way, if you want a broader picture, you can also watch your other placements. Moon, Rising, Venus, Midheaven, anything that you resonate with. And I also always super recommend to go back to this current month's Taroscope. Yes, the month is already over, and that's exactly why. We're here to grow and expand and learn, not just to know what will be. So if you watch the past month, you can make the connections and the understandings and grow from it. So I recommend that as well. Okay. Oh, and subscribe in case you haven't. So press the bell next to the subscribe button as well, because then you'll get a notification when your video is up. I'm only talking because it keeps mixing. I'm waiting for a card to fall. I know you already know everything I'm saying. I know. But sometimes people are new to my channel and they also get, you know, they also deserve some guidance. Support our community, the Existential Shift community. Okay. 2. I'm not taking 2. I'm only taking 1. So please, one clear message for my Scorpio. For the month of September. This needs to be dragged out of you, huh, Scorpio? Come on. There we go. Ooh, the Velvet Queen. I'm going to show you, don't worry. So this is number 25, by the way, in case we were short of 7s on the table. She's quite beautiful, and let's see what she wants to say. This is story time. Number 25. The Velvet Queen. A rare prize is to be bestowed upon you. The universe is confirming that the most luscious dreams of your heart. Oh my God, it's what I was saying. Remember? I can't imagine. I can't imagine you are real. I can't believe you're real. You're everything I've always dreamed of. The universe is confirming that the most luscious dreams of your heart are being nurtured into manifestation. To this end, you shall be given a saving grace and intervention if needs be. To be open to receive, surrender doubt in favor of unconditional trust. Through your trust and optimism, you make it easier for the universe to give you a most deserved gift. Yay! A rare prize is worth the effort to attain it. Your efforts will need to include loving discipline. Loving discipline. Loving discipline is not about trying to bend the world according to your will, but rather about readying yourself to align with the spirit of what you want to receive. To receive, rather than attempt to take by force, requires strength, trust, spiritual intelligence, and courage. It is easier to try and force things from a fearful place, but it is more effective and empowering to learn how to attract and receive through consciously chosen surrender. This allows the universe to do its best work for you. To surrender is not about passivity, but doing all we can do and then trusting life enough to let go and allow the outcome to be what it will. Surrendering is not giving up. It's about trusting that there is a great and generous intelligence expressing itself through our lives, and if open to it, great treasures are bestowed upon us. So the discipline spoken of here is about changing your consciousness. It asks you to release issues around self-worth. Why would you not be empowered and assisted by the universe to create a life that fills you with joy and feels just right for you? Of course you should, can, and will be. Release any lack of self-worth that would get in the way of your opening and complete trust to the universe. The Velvet Queen assists in shifting the mind from scarcity to prosperity consciousness, where we feel we can receive precious gifts with an easy, open attitude, neither holding on to them out of fear, nor pushing them away out of shame or guilt. When she enters your life, she brings a sign of abundance headed your way. This might manifest itself in many and varied ways, in financial wealth, career opportunities, increased love and affection in your relationships, or as a sense of living in the rich fullness of life, spiritually as well as emotionally and materially. She also indicates a prize that is worth attaining. It is said that the sweet fruits is at the top of the tree and therefore worth the climb. The Velvet Queen lets you know that your most prized dream is within reach through a combination of letting life unfold as it will in your own disciplined efforts. Don't give up. You cannot make the fruit on the tree grow faster. That will happen according to the rhythm of life. But you can certainly do your part to be ready to climb the tree at the right moment to savor the sweetness of success. And an affirmation you can say to yourself: I am strong and have surrendered into the perfection of life's loving grace. Okay. The Velvet Queen. Thank you. Nice message. All right, guys. So I will see you in a second in your extended and in your other placements, other taroscopes for the month of August and for September. If you're like a deep seeker of mine. If you're just joining, press subscribe and the bell so you can join my community. And That's it. I love you guys very, very much. Happy September. See you in the extended and in October.